and welcome to the second episode of United Together, a little show dedicated to telling you all about the great things that are happening here at United Methodist Communities of New Jersey. I'm Gary Engelstad, and I got to tell you, the most surprising thing about this episode is that they let me keep hosting it. But seriously, it's an honor to tell you what special moments and happenings are happening at our communities, even as we all work to get together to get through these difficult times. We kick off our show with our community highlight. And this highlight comes from our community in Collingswood, New Jersey. Collingswood is about a 15-minute drive from downtown Philadelphia, except during rush hour. But it's a really special town that has incredible community spirit, and our community is a big part of what makes Collingswood a special place to be. We're joined by the executive director of our Collingswood community, Jim Clancy. Hello, Jim. Welcome to United Together.
Thank you, Gary. How are you today?
I'm doing great. And, I had the pleasure a couple of weeks ago of coming out to your community, wearing my mask and being socially distanced as appropriate. And that parade was really incredible. Tell us how that parade and Appreciation Day came together.
Actually, it came together really, really fast from what I could tell. I was having a conversation one night with Cindy Jakes, our Vice President of Housing, and I was telling her, just about all the things that our staff has been doing during the past several weeks, because we do have residents who have tested positive for COVID here. And I just been really pouring my heart out to her and telling her, that I'm so proud of the team here and they've done such an incredible job. And we talked for probably close to an hour, and then she must have gone to her team the following day of all the housing administrators, and they decided as a group that they were going to do something special for us to support us. And I'll tell you, they can plan any party that I have any day because they put together quite a show in a very short amount of time. They had the fire department here in Collingswood, the Office of Emergency Management do the parade. They had a motorcycle group come down to salute all the Collingswood heroes. And they had food, they had music, and it was just a fantastic day. We really had it was a real way to kind of let off a little bit of steam and just a little bit of stress. It was really good.
It seemed like your team was having a blast out there on the lawn that day.
They were dancing, they were singing, they were crying, they were just having a great time. They really appreciated everything that the housing team did. I think one of the most touching moments was that several of us haven't seen each other in person in so long because we all work in different parts of the building, and we really can't interact during the course of the day except on a Zoom call. So just to see people live and in person again was really awesome.
Before we go, I got to tell you, I get incredible feedback from our donors, especially family members who have given to our foundation at this trying time, because they cannot say enough about you and your team, what they've done for their loved ones.
They have just been so wonderful. They've been giving us lots of accolades, lots of encouragement, donating food, donating to the United Against COVID Appreciation Fund. I just can't thank them all enough. They've been outstanding.
Well, Jim, it's an honor to work alongside you and your team. Thanks so much for being a part of United Together.
Thank you, Gary. Take care.
Bye-bye. And now it's time for Resident Spotlight. The spotlight today shines on a very special visiting area created for the residents of our United Methodist communities at Bristol Glen, our community in Newton in Sussex County. Patty Canali has been the receptionist at Bristol Glen for over 25 years. In that time, she has formed very close relationships with the residents and many of their family members. Patty was very concerned about the toll that isolation was taking on the residents' morale, and was determined to find a safe way for them to spend some time with a family member. Recently, Jeff List, the executive director at Bristol Glen, sat down with Patty to learn more about what she put together. Here's Jeff and Patty.
So Patty, tell us what inspired the visitation booth that we have in our lobby.
The residents were standing at the front desk complaining they couldn't see their families, and one of them started crying. So I sat there and I said, I got to come up with something to help them. And as I sat there, I realized, as I looked into the foyer, there's a door. And I said, And previous to that, the night before on TV, in Europe, they made a plexiglass room that wheeled outside. And I said, well, why can't we do something like that? So I came to you and I said, can we do this? And you said, do what it takes. So I did. I went home, asked my husband for plexiglass, and I came in the next day with maintenance and we put it together.
And the decorations that are around it, how was that inspired?
You have to make it look happy. They need to know they're loved and they're missed. So I wrote, I miss you, we love you, and we put flowers. And we made a border so it didn't look
clinical looking.
Yeah, clinical.
Yeah.
And we make sure that, we bring them in there. We make sure we smile when we see them. We hand them anything the residents give us to their families. Then I go back and give it to them. I've taken pictures with the families. I'll say, stand by the window, and we'll take a picture, and the families go home and share the pictures with their families. We do it for 25 minutes, and then after that, we go out and we clean it. We make sure the window's clean and the chair's sprayed, and each side is sprayed with Lysol. So there's no contamination. We do 6 feet apart because we use that entrance for employees. So there's only one person at that window at any given time.
Right. And so how many appointments a day are we able to handle right now?
We do it from 9 o'clock to 6:30, and we approximately use 15 to 20 people.
Have the residents been, what's been their reaction to it?
Absolutely love it. They said it makes them peace of mind. They see their family and they know that they're still cared for by their families.
Good. That's the whole idea, right?
Yes, it is. It's to make them happy.
Well, I just want to say thanks for being the brainchild behind it and making it happen. And that's been a huge hit for the residents and the families while everybody's on isolation. So we make the best out of what we got. So
That's
good job.
exactly right.
Thanks, Jeff and Patty. That was very inspirational. And those of us who have stopped by the Bristol Glen community and have seen residents and family members interacting, it's incredibly special. And finally, here's our Daisy of the Day. And our Daisy of the Day also comes from our Bristol Glen community. Here is Chaplain Sal Ciarmarco, the Director of Mission and Pastoral Care. Chaplain Sal.
Hey everybody, it's Chaplain Sal Ciarmarco up at Bristol Glen. Coming with a quick inspiration for you. I shared recently a phrase that's commonly attributed to John Lennon of the Beatles. The phrase is, it'll be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Kind of a variation on the theme of Jesus. Do not worry for tomorrow has enough worries for itself. Do not be anxious. That's easier said than done. Trust me, as someone who's been diagnosed with anxiety, it's easy to tell someone to not worry. It's harder to actually not worry. But there's ways to not worry. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, focus on your breathing, listen to music, go for a walk, read scripture, and remember that God is with us always. In this time of a pandemic, it can be easy to lose focus and to worry. Anxiety is simply focusing on what we cannot control. The world seems out of control, but God is in control. God is with us, and He will see us through this. Just as Jesus proclaims in the book of Matthew, lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. So Jesus will be right with us even to the end of the world, wherever we go. It'll be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. But we'll get there. All right, guys. Take care.
Thank you, Pastor Sal, especially that John Lennon quote. In fact, let's end today's show with another John Lennon quote. I have it right here. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. What? Oh, I'm sorry, wrong one. All you need is love. Love is all you need. Thanks for watching. Let's stay united together.